when it comes down to it, is just like you either can make moves or you make excuses. That's it. You can either do what's necessary to improve your life or you can bitch about it. Well, it just
Absolutely.
like, a lot of this all comes back down to mindset. Yes, the red pill's great at providing you the descriptions of the problems. And I've said this numerous times. The problem with it is that their prescriptions are shit. And this is what Andrew is right about. It's like, well, where's the prescription? What's the fix? What's the solution? And not a lot of them have any good solutions. Okay, they say feminism is the problem, female promiscuity is the problem, right? And then at the next second, statement they're going to make is you need to, you know, get as much experience as possible with women, go sleep with them, or you know, they say feminism is the problem, but then they'll use female promiscuity and feminism as a means to get your short-term sexual desires met for the short-term satisfaction, but that doesn't solve the problem. That only actually contributes to more of the problem. So yeah, I've said that, like, feminism or red pill needs feminism just as feminism needs red pill. They need each other. They can't survive if one of them goes away. Problems that men have in relationships tend to be self-inflicted from lack of, one, being honest, two, setting boundaries, enforcing boundaries, and constantly trying to defer to her rather than having her defer and appeal to you. It says in Corinthians that man wasn't made from woman, woman was made from man, and man wasn't made for women, but women was made for man. So if that is the case, why are men appealing and trying to appease women in this sense, like hey, pick me? Shouldn't it be the other way around? And the way that you get that to get it to where it is the other way around is, one, like I said in the beginning, be a man that's content and happy with his own solitude, with his own peace, with his own like loneliness. Like, if you're just alone and you're still fine and you're happy, you're content. A woman being a wife will only add value to your life, but you don't need her to be in your life. You are already content with life as it is. That's step one. Yeah, stop chasing women. That's huge. Stop chasing women. It all comes down to a personal accountability. When you choose to, lower or look past certain things just so that you could get some other desire met in exchange, you are setting yourself up for failure. If you're choosing not to address a problem to try to make sure that you still get some ass that night, then you are setting your relationship up for failure. There's no way around it, because it's going to be those small infractions that do lead to bigger problems. Right here, yeah, this is actually the problem. This is actually the solution right here. Yes, stop complaining and crying with negative attitudes. Absolutely. You can take action. You can do something to improve your situation. Everybody can. The problem is, it's a lot easier to say, well, it's all their fault. Women, there's no marriageable women. Well, you know what? That's true if you believe that and don't do anything about it. You won't find any marriageable women. You won't, get anywhere with this. You will run around and find the same women and that you are attracted to or are interested in you. You're going to have the same options because you're not doing anything to improve yourself. Most of the problem is men do not respect themselves enough. That's the biggest issue. Men need to respect themselves more when it comes down to it. And if you're constantly deferring or putting her above your own self-respect, well, then you can't blame her for not respecting you if you don't even respect you. How could you be mad at her for being disrespectful if you never gave her a reason to respect you? I've laid this out plenty of times on the difference between what we talk about and what we're saying And, you know, what the average red pillar, or you could even say Pearl, is saying, yes, they're pointing out the problem, and I get that, and that's needed, but there's not enough people pointing to a solution. And we are trying to point to solutions. You know, there's things that you could do to put yourself in better positions, and you don't have to be nihilistic. You don't have to be like, oh, well, all women, you don't know all women are like this. All women can be, you know, hypergamous. All women are hypergamous. All women can be sluts, and they can all have body counts. What then? What does that matter now? If your goal is still to have a family and have, you know, a legacy, then shouldn't you do the best you can to put yourself in the best position? You're not going to get virgins. And even if you did get virgins, there's no guarantee that the virgin is going to respect you, that she's going to treat you right, or that she's not going to cheat on you. Her being a virgin does not, you know, save you from anything. It just means the odds are less. It doesn't mean it saves you from it. Like my main thing is, like, you know, you could be mad about female nature, but are you mad that a dog barks? Like you got a dog, you got a pet, you wanted a dog, you got the dog, now the dog barks. Are you mad at the dog for barking? That's the dog's nature. Why are you going to be mad at women's